All right, y'all, we are locked and loaded and ready to dig in to this season finale. Let's get into it. So remember last episode we left off with Riva having she read the she read Obi-Wan's Twitter DMs. That's how she got the communication. She intercepted that shit. Luke Skywalker is on Tatooine. That's where she went. I guess some guy was being a bully or something, and she was just like, I'm not really trying to hear none of that stupid shit you trying to say, bitch. If you don't get the fuck out of my face, bitch, you use the Force. And she was like, hey, I heard y'all have a farmer, motherfucker around here named Owen or something. I'd like to meet him. I really like to meet him. And then we see here that basically this entire scene here is Obi-Wan saying, hey girl, I'm finna sacrifice myself. Like, I'm not finna get everybody over here killed. Like, it's just not even fucking worth it. I'm not doing it. And you bitches are just going to have to deal with my decision making. And I mean, Leia is pissed about this shit. And he's like, girl, I mean, what else you're the future. He's gonna blast this whole down. And now, can somebody, okay, let me tell you something. When they were just lollygagging around, when the whole destroyer was on their ass, like, Darth Vader was on their ass, right? Because they had just escaped from his ass. When they were just having normal conversation, when they were being fired upon by Darth Vader. So I did not buy, and maybe they can try and, explain it by saying that, oh well, it's it's just the fact that, Darth Vader does not want to kill Obi-Wan, so that's why he's not really just blowing the ship up. I mean, I guess you could say that, but it's just, I was like, girl, you mean to tell me it's a whole destroyer behind their ass, and they can't catch up with this whole, they can't use more sophisticated weapons, all the shots y'all firing off is missing. I mean, some of them hitting, but I'm just like, and they say they got shields up, but it's just like, okay. I was just like not buying it. Owen finds out, I mean, he ends up finding out that Riva is coming for Miss Luke. Like, Riva said, hey girl, guess what? I've landed. I need some information, and you bitches are gonna tell me just exactly where this hoe is at, and that's just it. Beru's like, okay, well, I mean, Owen's like, girl, maybe we need to. Beru's like, bitch, if you don't shut the fuck up and get this and get these motherfucking guns, hoe, this is what we train for. We're gonna be, it's a shootout, hoe. It's a shootout. Beru was about that action. I was like, damn, okay. So I guess, they have their goodbyes. Leia has their goodbyes. And Obi-Wan say, hey, guess what? Now it's time. It's time for me to take my ass on to this damn ship. And I guess he escapes. And Darth Vader's just like, all right, girls. I mean, even the Grand Inquisitor's like, hey, guess what, sis? Like, I understand that you got this obsession with Obi-Wan, baby. Like, I get it. But Inquisitor was like, girl, now's not the time. It's really not the time to do all this shit, girl. Like, you really acting out. And Darth Vader was like, really, that's really cute for you. That's really wonderful for you, baby. What you're gonna do? You want to know what the fuck you're about to do? You about to turn this ship to the motherfucking left, bitch. If your stupid ass don't go chase Obi-Wan, the fuck you talking about? Darth Vader said, I really appreciate, thank you so much for bringing that up to the class, but bitch, guess what? You gonna do what the fuck I told you to do. Darth Vader says, hey, guess what, baby? I'm gonna face his ass alone. Keep the weapons off. Turn this ship off. Put this hoe on airplane mode. She said, power this hoe down. Don't you do shit, okay? Until I come back up. He said, I got some bones to pick, and I'm gonna take care of that. So we end up seeing that Riva lands, and it's just like y'all are in some deep shit. And then we end up seeing Vader land, and he's like, hey, Obi, did you come here to kill me? You think you're gonna end my life? Is that what you think you're about to do, Abby? And Obi-Wan's like, you know what, girl? I'm gonna do what I got to do. I'm gonna do what I must. And I love the scenery. I just love the visuals here. All of it is great. Even like this here with Darth Vader's ship behind him, it was just great. It was great. And here he go with his poses again. Here he go with his poses again. I was just like, all right, girl, now you doing all these motherfucking moves and poses and stances and shit. You better be able to use the Force, ho. You better be able to use the force. So that's all I was thinking. I was like, here he go again. Here he go again. I was like, Obi, you better be able to use the force. Now they get into it. It was great. I seen a couple of moves, lightsaber moves. I was just like, you already know that this shit has to be personal because if it wasn't, he would have just lasered this motherfucker and been done with it. I'm not going to be sitting around here swinging swords and shit with your ass if I have a whole army behind me, if I have all top tools of an entire empire behind me, girl. I'm not really going to be swinging no sword with your ass like that, girl. I'm going to activate the laser ray like I'm a supervillain and toast your ass. That's it. But like this had to be personal because, like I said, I would not be dancing on no planet with your ass. I'm just calling down one of my ships, just like Thanos. Rain, fire, rain. Yeah, just like that. Just like that. And it would be over. So Riva around here creeping around, right? And then they try to put up a fight, but it's almost like, okay, it's Riva, you know what I mean? It's Riva, you know. I don't know what you all expected, but what happened is kind of exactly what I expected to happen. But she ends up seeing Luke, but he runs away. And I was just like, oh shit, what the hell is happening, girl? She gonna get, I mean, obviously I knew that she was not gonna get her, because like it's where we are in the timeline, but still, you know. This fight scene here was a bit iconic, you know. Yeah, I mean, for me also though, I cannot help but think like if they're over here playing Obi-Wan the Last Earthbender, or I mean, cause here you had Vader breaking the ground and basically swallowing up Obi-Wan with that shit. And I was like, yo. And then he started like cracking the pillars around and tossing them holes in that thing like it was a goddamn garbage can. And just literally, he had the high ground now. It was his time to have the high ground. And he just buried Obi-Wan. I was like, yo, what the I was like, what the hell going on here? But my thing is, okay, if y'all can do all this shit with the force and all this shit, you can crack all these pillars and crack the ground open. Why don't you just crack the person's body and be done with that? You know what I mean? And I think that you can still do this if you have that, you know, if you have it to where when people use the force against someone's body, like they like can sense that kind of happening, and the other person, your opponent, can sense that kind of happening and use the force against you while you're trying to fuck their body up, I think. But I'm just like, if they tossing pillars around and shit like that, like you should be able to easily tear your like bodies in half. But whatever. And of course he's not dead because obviously, you know, he's not dead. So he's using the force, keeping up the rocks. I was like, all right, girl, all right, what's going on? And of course he thinks of Leia, and you know, it's the usual thing. He just think of Leia, and he blasted open. And this moment was cool though, because he snuck up on his ass like, hey girl, what's the tea, bitch? And he just I was like, okay, he's coming, he's dragging. I was like, Obi-Wan, you not weak in the knees anymore, baby, you standing up. I was like, he's swinging a lightsaber, he getting some licks in and shit. I was like, yo, come on now. And he had this whole like, I don't know. Like I said, Obi-Wan the Last Earthbender. I don't know what kind of Matilda ass, you know what I mean? What kind of Matilda ass shit Obi-Wan had going on with this shit, but he started flinging them stones. He starts flinging them stones at Vader ass, and all he could do is, oh my God, oh, they're coming at me. Yeah, that's all you could do, bitch. Obi-Wan said, what's the tea? You know what I mean? I got my life. But I was like, now, if he hitting him with rocks, my brain is just like, okay, is it, okay, did y'all see? Because, I mean, I thought that he was actually hitting him with some fucking rocks. Are those rocks made out of goddamn sand? Are they just sand? Are they blocks of sand? Because it was just hitting his ass like it was nothing. Now, if he was hitting a force shield or some shit like that, then I could understand. But if Obi-Wan, you hitting him with boulders? Like you are hitting this man with cinder blocks, bitch. Like, are you serious? And that shit was funny to me. I was like, okay. I really, really love this scene here because, you know, when Obi's getting his licks in, like, of course, because it's the season finale. Like, he's getting his licks in, and he ends up tearing off Darth Vader's mask, and he gets to see Anakin basically for the first time, like actually see his face for the first time since all that shit went down. And you could see just, I mean, Obi was just like, I'm sorry, girl, like I'm just really sorry all this shit that happened. I'm sorry. But it's just like, and not only is it expected, you know, Anakin's answer, but it's just like, bitch, you cut off my arms and legs. You dismembered me, girl. Like, what do you mean? I'm sorry. Like, you dismembered me. You dismembered me. You left me on the fucking planet, bitch. I was literally cooking and roasting next to a lava river. What do you mean? I'm sorry. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I understand. Like, bitch. So Anakin tells Obi-Wan, like, girl, it's not your fault. Don't worry about it, baby. Like, it's you didn't kill Anakin. I did. He don't exist no more, baby. I don't know who you talking about. I killed this ass, and guess what? I'm about to do the exact same to you, sweetie. I understand that. I want you to understand that. But I mean, it's just unsuccessful for his ass. It's unsuccessful for Darth Vader at the end of the day. But for me, I'm like, if I was Obi-Wan, I am not going to let your ass just sit here. I'm not going to let you sit here for another 5 years, another 6 months. You going to come after me again, bitch? Are you serious? No, but I mean, obviously, Obi-Wan, the thing is that Obi-Wan did not need Darth Vader to live. Disney do. And that's... Obi-Wan don't need Darth Vader to live. Disney do, and that's just the tea. That's just it. And obviously, it would not make sense in the timeline if Obi-Wan killed Vader right then. But still, it's like, if you thinking, it's almost like, I'm not gonna let this whole live against you. How many people died? You know, how many people died with him chasing me down? Anyway, here go Riva again, child. And she done tracked Luke down. And I guess Obi-Wan can sense it through the Force how many fucking miles away. He activated that hyperdrive and say, hey, what's T, girl? He activated that shit so quick. He was like, oh, girl, that's Luke. I can feel that shit. And so Riva goes there, and she was really about to swing this little red Twizzler. She was about to swing this Twizzler. Okay? She was about to swing this stoplight. She was about to swing this red neon sign. Okay? Onto Luke's on the top of his head, on his head top. She was about to swing that Twizzler on his head top. But she couldn't do it. She kept seeing herself. She kept remembering the night that Anakin had come in and killed all the fucking younglings. Like, she just, and that's why I had been bringing up the video before. It's like, how low are you willing to go to defeat your enemies or to get the revenge? Like, how are you going to turn into the same thing that fucked you up? Eren from Attack on Titan? You know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, she just couldn't. She was about to swing. She couldn't do it. And it was a very cool moment to, you know, all the families here and somebody walking up with Luke's body. And it's like, what the hell? He's not moving. And so I'm sure the family's like, girl, hello. But then, of course, it's proven that he's alive. He's fine. And Riva's crying. Riva's like, what have I become? Like, what am I turning into him? Like, I could not do this shit. And Obi-Wan is like, no, girl, like, you're not him. You chose differently. And just basically you can't change what happened in the past, but you can do better for the future. You can do better for the future. And it was just, I don't know though, girl, because you can't just be like, okay, girl, like, I mean, that's not how life works. Like, you can't just be like, oh, I decided to stop and that's it. And I think that another conversation has to be had about, like, okay, so all that fucked up shit, how are you going to atone for that? You know? Because, like, even Obi-Wan had to face the consequences of his fucking action, and it cost him a lot. You know, so what consequences is Riva going to have to face in the future? And that, if they talking about giving her a spin-off show, we could explore that too, you know? We could there's so many possibilities with this character that I'm like, y'all can't just, y'all gotta give me some more of her. Y'all gotta give me some more of her. Please, 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 please. Because she was acting her ass off with all this crying and all this. But yeah, like I said, I think that she left her lightsaber down there too. I think that we Obi-Wan is just like, yeah, girl, everything is okay. Just cry, and then now you stand up, and everything is fine. It's just like, yeah, that's not really how life works. People gonna be mad. How many family members you done killed off? Like, So I would love to explore how that looks in a show, a TV show, or something with her. This conversation between Darth Vader and Palpatine is very interesting. Very cool to see Palpatine back with his, scrotum chin face ass. I can't get enough of his ass, bitch. He's so evil and so conniving, so nasty and so rude. He's just so rude. Ooh, he's so rude. Basically, Palpatine's like, bitch, how many times is Obi-Wan gonna get out of your grasp? Like, girl, what's the tea? Like, you still got feelings for this motherfucker because he your goddamn master? Like, what's the tea? Like, you good, girl? Like, Palpatine's checking on her sis. Like, you good, sis? Palpatine's like, you good, sis? And then Vader was like, you know what? I'm okay. It's fine. I love this. I love the implications of him saying, the only one that I only serve you, master. I only serve you. We're going to be, it's fine. And it's just like, and then next thing you know, how many years later? Well, however many years later, bitch. Tossing his ass down to hell. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love this moment where we get to see Leia with her holster, and Obi-Wan brought Lola back. Oh, it was just so cute. Oh, what she was like, am I ever gonna see you again? And Obi-Wan's like, maybe, girl, maybe you will. And it's like, nah, y'all definitely see each other again. Don't worry, child. So I guess since Owen got his head knocked on by Riva's lightsaber, he was just like, he changed his mind about all that shit. He was talking, he was like, girl, I guess you could come meet Luke ass. I guess, girl. Riva almost knocked y'all lights out. He's like, damn, what the fuck this motherfucker got me into? He's like, nah, you can come meet this motherfucker, cause shit. He's like, shit, somebody else come for his little ass again, bitch. We need to be prepared. He was like, fuck that shit, bro. He said, come meet this little nigga. Nah, bro. Come meet this. Me and Baru went through that shit. We went through it, protecting this motherfucker. Come meet this little nigga. Nah. I give him this little plane that you done gave him, whatever the fuck, bitch. He always say, bitch, just do what you gotta do, nigga. Damn, shit. Yo, I'm crying. Okay. And then we saw, his master at the end of it. He was just like, girl, you didn't see me because you couldn't believe, or whatever the fuck. Girl, you don't know how they do all that shit, girl. you didn't believe, you didn't see me because you didn't believe. It's like, all right, girl, all right. He didn't see you because his ass couldn't even fucking lift a spoon off the fucking table with the Force. That's why he couldn't see you. Qui-Gon, what the fuck. That's why he couldn't see you. He couldn't even open a goddamn door with the Force, bitch. He ain't gonna see no fucking Force ghosts. Get out of my face. But yeah, that's it. It was a cute little finale. It was a cute finale. The show overall, I think, was good. It was cute. It was fun to watch. I just think, sometimes there were certain decisions that was made. I'm like, girl, I don't know what the fuck y'all thinking. I was like, nah, Miss Mamas, I don't know what y'all going through. But overall, the show was great. It was good. Effects were good. Actors were great. We love it. I forget which is the next Star Wars show that's coming out. I forget. But definitely want to tune into that. And yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for checking it out, and I will catch you all later.